Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the dungeon. This is kind of an offshoot. I'm not working with Moretti today. I know. It's kind of weird. I am going to be working with some borosilicate. One of our good family members of Scottwood Research, Bridget. Hi, Bridget. How are you? Bridget wants to see how I make the platforms, the little coral pieces that the bead stand that I use at the end of my videos to show off the beads, which I really only know a very tiny bit about using Boro. I don't really know that much, but I know enough to make a coral base. And now it has become a tried and true stand for all of my beads, and it works out great for showcasing off your glass. Let's go ahead and make one of these borosilicate stands. I am using a 10 millimeter rod, but you could work with a 6 or an 8 millimeter too. I wouldn't go any smaller than that. I like to have this thickness to start out with, I guess. So, okay, without further ado, let's make this little stand, and we'll see you next time. Have a good one. Okay, so we're starting kind of quick here. And what I'm doing is I've heated up the end of some boro and then stuck it to another piece of boro. And now I am just gently heating and pulling that boro out. And as the boro cools, I can push it down into a curve. The glass rod is always in the heat, and I'll pull out from there. And at the very end, I want to pull a long, straight tip for my bead to be able to be placed on. Other than that, take the bottom off, and you can make a whole bunch of these and leave them on the punty end, because here's one way of making this coral base. It's just to make a whole bunch of these squiggles, and that's good practice, and then get a very large disc, bigger than this one, and individually weld each one, starting from the center and then working your way around it. Making sure the glass is welded together is of utmost importance. Then you want to just take the tip off and work your way around, and do this repetitively. Okay, so this is the real deal. This is like the all or nothing method. This means that everything is going to be pulled off of a very large platform. So it is so time consuming to build up this glass. So I have this running at almost 5, maybe 6 times the speed of lightning. No, the speed of the heat of the glass. And I'm just pushing, and I want to make this nice and large disc on the end. That would be called a Maria. And I want to flatten it out, make it real nice, because what I'm going to do now is start to weld on each piece at the base. And then, as you saw from the very first one, my heat is always going up the the rod, and what's left behind is cooling glass that I can then very quickly zigzag and push down and manipulate as it cools. And it's a very rapid cool. This is all done in real time right here, this little bit. And after a while, if it gets too hot, just keep playing with it. And then I just pull that almost needle tip off on the end. Now I just continue. I put many of these on this one, you guys. This one is like full of them. But I want you to notice where my heat is and how I'm using gravity. I am almost it almost feels as if you're drawing something out in space that isn't there. It's a strange feeling. And you notice how you can, if there's a lot hot, you can stretch it out very quickly and shape it into your form or whatever it might be. Like right here. It's out of the heat for a while. If I need to heat it back up, that's cool. But then I can go back in and kind of push and pull it and push it down a little bit to get that wavy formation. So once you're finished adding all of these on, you need to, what I call tipping the glass. So you're just taking the very little balls of glass off the tips, and you'll be surprised at how thin they need to be for your beads to really hang out on it. Anyway, there's our piece of glass. Yes, 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 I know this is the worst thing I could have done, and this is really the only time I've ever done it. My hand shouldn't be there, you guys. My hand should be holding a puntee, which should be touching or grasping one of those, the center tip, and so don't do that. Yeah, you don't want to do that. That's a bad habit. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on another adventure in Boro.